Hello dear students, in today's class I am going to take few problems which are most complicated based on trigonometry. Since it is exam time, we are not having much time to waste there. So let us come to the topic. Those who are finding very much difficult, you try to follow the method what I am going to use for solving that problem. If you apply the same method for similar problems, you can easily solve whatever which is coming in your board exams final. Okay, don't need to be panic. They are simple ones. Only thing is what each and everything you have to consider carefully. If you do this, everything you can solve, any problem you can solve. The most easiest topics, they are becoming difficult for students. What is the reason? We don't know. Most of the teachers, they too have taught very well. They are teaching now, right now also, but still you are finding difficult. That should not be there. Anyway, let us go ahead with one of the problem. Let us take, this is very much complicated one. According to you, not according to maths, it is simple one, right? Let us take this problem and try to solve. Whether we will get answer or not, how simple it is there, you see. If you have any difficulty anywhere. Let us read the problem. A straight highway leads to the foot of a tower. Straight highway leads to the foot of a tower. How to take? See, this is straight highway, a tower. This is a tower. This is foot of the tower, right? It is leads to foot of the tower. Now what they are saying, a man standing at the top of the tower. You make that man to stand at the top of the tower first. See, he is standing at the top of the tower. Observes a car at an angle of depression 30 degree. He is looking down here. He is observing a car at an angle of depression 30 degree. How do you take this angle of depression? First you need to consider, if anything you are considering from higher level, you need to show horizontal there first, right? You have to show horizontal line. With this horizontal line, you show angle of depression, that is 30 degree. This angle of depression you should show. You should not consider this angle with this line. You have to consider with this horizontal. Okay, this is imaginary line, what we are imagining, horizontal. Okay, with this it is making an angle of 30 degree, right? Now, here, one more, what they are giving here, 30 degree, which is approaching the foot of the tower with a uniform speed. This car, what is coming here, from here it is coming car, right? This car is approaching the foot of the tower. Means it is moving towards the tower with a uniform speed. 6 seconds later, means after 6 seconds, the angle of depression of the car is found to be 60 degree. Means from this angle of depression, again you need to take one more line. This is giving angle of depression. This angle you need to show like this total. With this horizontal, you have to take again, not from this. If you take from here, it will be wrong. With the horizontal, it is making an angle of 60 degree, right? Now, you will have confusion here. If angles are there here, no side, where to take, how to take. Don't need to worry. Just you draw one more line which is parallel to this line, right? Say, this is, we will name it later as the triangles. If it is parallel to these two lines, if they are parallel to each other, then this angle and this angle both are equal, right? Because of what? Alternate interior angles, they are equal. So we can take this as 30 degree. Means I am considering that as angle of elevation now. I am just changing it. Next, here this angle 60 degree. This you can take it like this. This and this both are alternate angles, because if you draw one more line here, see, this line is parallel to this one, right? Then this becomes what? Alternate angle here again, 60 degree. This angle, both are equal. Now name this A, B, C and D. Name it like this. Now, and just I converted that in terms of angle of elevation. Now you calculate, again it will be equal to angle of depression, because I have changed it to angle of elevation, that is depression. Now you take, for example, as you already studied basics, if these two lines are parallel, interior angles will be equal or not. Okay. So interior alternate angles. Now coming to here, what they are saying, the angle of depression of the car is found to be 60 degree. Okay, that is over. Find the time taken by the car to reach the foot of the tower from here to here. How much time it is taking, they are asking. Okay, here it is 6 seconds. Here from here to here it is taking 6 seconds. Okay, this car. Then time we need to calculate. Now you see, let us take here one by one. First, what is given? Fixed what the speed of the car is, what uniform they have told. So let us the speed of the car. Speed of the car B. What? Phi. We don't know what is that. That is uniform. Let us take it as V. Next, here distance means speed. You know that. What is that? Distance traveled divided by time taken, as you know already. Now, if you want for this, let us call this distance CD as S1 we will call it, and DB as S2 we will call, right? This distance as S2, this distance as S1, because S1 plus S2 together gives total distance, right? We will make it like that. Now let us take here, to calculate this distance, S1 we will take. S1 is equal to, wait, we will change this one first. This can be written as S is equal to phi into T. I can write this, right? Now I will take S1. S1 is equal to, here phi into T. Phi into T. What is T here? 6 seconds they have given. Let us write this phi into 6. Right? So what this becomes? S1 is equal to 6 phi. I can write. Okay. Similarly, let us take S2. S2, how can I express this? Phi into, here time is not given, T. So we can write this as S2 is nothing but phi T. I can write. Okay. S1 and S2 we got. Now let us come to here triangles. From triangle ABC from the figure. Okay. From the figure, what can you do? Tan 30 degree you take. Tan 30 degree is equal to tan 30. Why? Here this is common. This common side you have to take for both the triangles as a tan 30, tan 60. Then this will be what? A common one. You take it first. Tan 30 is equal to AB upon. Can I write this as BC total? But can I write this BC? BC is what? Can I write this as S1 plus S2? Right? Then BC will be equal to S1 I have expressed already. What is that? 6 phi T. 6 phi plus phi T. Now can I write this BC as BC is equal to, you take common phi. 6 plus T remains, right? See, 6 plus T is remaining. BC is equal to, now substitute this. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3 is equal to AB upon BC is what? Phi into 6 plus phi. Now if shift this term that side, what do we get? AB is equal to phi into 6 plus T. You bring this side. Phi into 6 plus T I got divided by root 3 as it is. So let us call this as equation 1. Right? This is from one triangle ABC. Similarly, you have to take for tan 60 now. You go for tan 60. Tan 60 if you take, what is that? AB upon, what is this? DB. Only DB you need to take. Now, DB. Again, you just separated this AB. This implies what? Tan 60 is how much? Root 3 is equal to AB upon DB. Right? You bring this DB other side. This becomes AB is equal to root 3 into DB. Okay, root 3 into DB. This can be, DB is what? DB is nothing but S2. S2 is what? Phi into T, right? This I can write this as root 3 into S2. This is nothing but phi into T. Root 3 phi T. I can write this. right? Now this is what AB is equal to phi t root 3 or root 3 into phi t root 3 I root. Okay, let us take this as equation 2. Now what you have to do is comparing equation 1 and 2. Just you comparing equation 1 and 2. If you compare both, only right side you need to compare here. What this becomes 1 and 2, if you compare, this will take first. Phi t root 3 is equal to, this is phi into 6 plus t divided by root 3. This much we got, right? Now what you have to do, just to go for cross multiplication. You have to bring this to the other side. So what this becomes, root 3 into root 3. This is all multiplication, right? Root 3 into root 3 means 3 phi t you will get or not. This gets cancelled. So 3 phi t. Root 3 into root 3, root gets cancelled. What remains 3? 3 into phi t is 3 phi t is equal to this side phi into 6 plus t. Now what you have to do here, 3 phi t is equal to phi into 6 phi we can do, phi into t, phi t you do. Now you bring this phi t this side. What this becomes, 3 phi t minus phi t is equal to 6 phi, right? So 3 phi t minus phi t means 2 phi t remains. Okay, so 6 phi is equal to 2 phi t. This remains. Okay, now you can write this as 2 phi t is equal to 6 phi, right? Now what you have to do, phi and phi gets cancelled, you see. How? T is equal to 6 phi upon 6 phi upon, you bring 2 phi this side. Phi gets cancelled. 2 ones are 2 threes are. So t is equal to 3 seconds you are getting. Means time taken is of 3 seconds it is. Just so we can get it like this, you see. How simple it is there. Now you will be having confusion. Means what? Why did we express this and all like that? Now usually we are considering these as the distances. S1 and S2 only we need to take, because you cannot take directly t or v. That is impossible, because we are considering the distances here. That distance we are expressing in terms of the product of velocity and time. If you do like that, if you just go on substituting that one, as usual, tan you are taking for this also, you are getting AB as common for both the triangles. You have to do this method for most of the problems. Whenever there is common height, you have to make this height as separate. AB, two equations are made just to equate the equations. If you compare the equations, right side, whatever you are comparing with that, you will get that your solutions there. After comparing, I got here time is equal to 3 seconds, right? So this is how you can follow this one for any type of problem. This is very much important. Means same height or same side, adjacent side. If this is common, you need to make this as common. Height will be different. At that time also you need to make this as common and compare again. If this is common, then you just carry out that your problem. Later you compare those equations, then it will solve. So simple. Just you go through this, very much simple. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Again, I will clarify to you. Okay, we got this solution. Next we will go for next problem now. Okay, again complicated only we will take. Okay, even if they appear in your exam, you should have an idea how to go about it. Just you write given data properly. Just you start solving there. Simple topic it is, trigonometry. As compared to other lessons, trigonometry is only most simple one. But you are expressing your difficulty in such a easiest lesson one. Okay, and even surface area and volume, that is also so simple. Because just if you look at that figure, you can just by thinking you can go on solving there. There is nothing much to be thought on this. But only in the AP you might find it little difficult, because when they ask you, if you read the problem carefully, that is also easy. But problem is you will not be able to express. You have to learn that skill. how to express that given what they are asking, what they have given. If you are able to express that properly, then you can solve. Okay, even quadratic equations, how to form it, what they are giving sentences. You just go on analyzing and just go on writing. If you get to know how to express that in the equation form, half of the problem is solved. Remaining easily will do. Only most of your problem is what? You cannot express that in the form of equation, right? Let us go ahead with the next problem then. Okay, now we will come to next problem. Let us take the second problem. What is that? 1.2 meter tall girl spots a balloon moving with wind in a horizontal line. Okay, now let us take one by one. What is that? First, ground it is. A girl is standing on the ground. Okay, let us take this as girl. Next, what she is spotting a balloon. Okay, at a height of 88.2 meter from the ground. Balloon's height is 88.2 meter. The angle of elevation of the balloon from the eyes of the girl at any instant is 60 degree. Now, if you want to take angle of elevation, first you need to consider horizontal line, right? Horizontal line you are taking. From this, she is spotting a balloon at any instant is how much it is? 60 degree. They are saying it is just 60 degree. Here balloon. Okay. Balloon is 60 degree. It is 60 degree. Now, angle of elevation is 60 degree. Balloons. It is moving with wind horizontally. Okay, it is moving with wind horizontally. Okay, then what they are saying, at instance 60 degree. After some time, the angle of elevation reduces to, it becomes 30 degree. From here to here to her eyes, it becomes 30 degree. Okay, it is reducing to 30 degree now. Now, height of the balloon from the ground they have given, that you can show now. What is that? 88.2 meter. From the ground it is, right? Now, here, then from the ground, from here to here it is 88.2 meter. Then, if you want, here, you want to consider only this side. If you calculate, this is the distance traveled by the balloon, what they are asking there. During this interval, how much distance it has traveled, they are asking. Only this distance you need to calculate. So let us name this one first. A, B, this as a C, this A, B, C, D, D, E. Yeah, we will give like this. Let us. Now, you take one by one now. If you want this side, what is this? AB, right? Not this one. Put it till here I am saying. AB, if you want to find out this distance, how do you get it? In total height, subtract girl's height. What is that height of the girl? That is 1.2 meter, right? This height you have to subtract. Then you will get only this much. So what a side height of the side you get here. So how do you get that? AB is equal to, if you want AB, you give names for this also. A, B, C, D, E, F, G will give. Okay, for this F, for this G we will give. Now, how do you get this one? AG minus BG. Okay, AG minus BG you take. AG is what? AG is total 88.2 meter minus girl's height. What is that? 1.2 meter. Then AB you are getting as 87 meter. Because here 87 you get 88.2 minus 1.2 meter. AB you got now. Yeah. Then this distance is 87 meter. From here to here till here. Right? You got it. Once you got that, you go for this one. From triangle, 60 degree they are giving. CED you take from triangle CED. From triangle CED, what do you take here? 60 degree they are saying there. 60 degree means what? Totally 60. After reducing it is 30 degree. So tan 60 is equal to how do you take this? This is ED. Okay, ED is nothing but AB or not. So can you write this as AB is equal to ED is equal to 87 meter? Can you write? Because this is equal to this. Next coming to tan 60 is equal to opposite. What is that? ED upon DC or CD. ED upon CD. Tan 60 is what? Root 3 it is. Root 3 ED. ED is what? 87, right? ED is nothing but 87. Okay. 87 by CD. Okay, CD. You bring what is this? CD is this distance, right? Now we will do CD. You keep one side. Okay. Then this becomes CD is equal to 87 by root 3. You can make. You bring this side and you take that side CD. Yes. Let us call this as equation 1. CD value we got. Now let us take one more triangle. From triangle, what is that? Triangle ABC. You take triangle ABC and 30 degree. Tan 30 you take. Now because they have given angle is reduced to 30 degree, right? Tan 30 is equal to opposite is what? AB there, right? AB. Adjacent is what? From here to here you need to take, right? So this point is C, this is B, BC. Now you see BC. Now if you take here, tan 30 is what? 1 by root 3 is equal to AB upon BC. Okay. BC we have got any value? No. Here AB we have got. AB is what? 87 degree. 87 meter, right? 87 meter. So AB BC is equal to BC you bring this side, root 3 you take that side. This becomes AB root 3, right? AB is what? 87 root 3 you are getting. Okay. BC we got here. Now you go for this distance you want. What is this? dB. If you want a dB, how do you get the distance? dB, can you get it like this? dB is nothing but a total BC. BC minus BC minus DC. Okay. BC minus DC, if you subtract you will get this much or not. So BC is what we have got already, that is 87 root 3. dB equal to BC is 87 root 3, right, minus DC or CD, both are equal. What is that? 87 by root 3. Okay, 87 by root 3. Now dB equal to, you need to take LCM. So if you take LCM into root 3, okay, and root 3 into 1, so root 3 gets cancelled. So what you are getting? 3 into 87 minus 87 divided by root 3 you are getting. Okay. Now 3 times 87 minus 87 means just 2 times of 87 you can do. What is that? 87 into 2, dB is equal to 87 into 2, 160, 174, right? 174 divided by root 3. Rationalize the denominator. Okay, root 3 into root 3. This becomes 174 divided by, this is root 3 divided by root 3 gets cancelled. 3 remains. You cancel this. 3 ones are 7 4 12, 3 5s are 15, 2 remains 24, 3 8s are 24. So what do we get here? 58 root 3 you are getting. That dB is what? A distance traveled by the balloon. So therefore here dB is equal to 58 root 3 you are getting, right? Therefore distance traveled by the balloon. Distance traveled by the balloon. Balloon is 58 root 3. 58 root 3. See, this is what answer you want there. Root 3 meter. This much distance it has traveled, right? If you go on solving, you take your own numbers. If diagram is not given, how to draw the diagram I have shown first, okay? Because without seeing diagram only, it is solved already. Just what is given, just you go on the reading and just go on drawing, you will get the diagram. With respect to the diagram, if you consider whatever the things are related, you will get the answer there. 58 root 3 meter we got. This is what answer for this question. Okay, next we will take one more complicated problem. Okay, you just try to understand how it is taken. Just you have to go on analyzing. Simple trick is what? You have to equate. If common sides, if you are getting common sides, you have to equate. If it is asked, you have to find out this one. In this total, you have to subtract this, then you will get this one. Right? Like that you have to take. Otherwise, this plus this you take. Okay. Whichever the method you follow, that will be correct. Okay. But answer will come there. This is answer. We will go ahead with the next problem now. Right? Okay, now let us take the next problem. What they are saying in the problem? Look at the problem, what is given there. From the top of a 7-meter high building, the angle of elevation of the top of a cable tower is 60 degree, they are saying there. Means first you need to show a building, okay, ground. Here, this is 7-meter building. Here cable tower you show here. From the top of this building, the angle of elevation of top of the tower they are saying. Here, this you need to show horizontal. This is top of the tower. This is what a total tower it is. Okay, it's the top of the tower you consider from here. What happens, you see here, what is the angle? This angle of elevation is 60 degree they are saying, right? Next, and the angle of depression of it's a foot. Which foot? That is foot of the tower. From here you need to consider the angle of depression. It is how much? 45 degree. Okay, they are saying this one. 45 degree they are saying. Determine the height of the tower they are asking. Means what is the total height of the tower? Means from here to here. Let us name this as A. This is B, C. Next D, E. Like this we'll name. Now, can I write this? CD is equal to BE, that is 7 meter from the figure. Okay, this is horizontal, this is also horizontal. Because of that, they become equal. Okay, that is why CD will be equal to BE. Next, you see in triangle. In triangle, you need to mention that let CD be the building and AE be the tower. Okay, representing tower. Like that you need to mention in the beginning. In triangle, directly that is ABC. If you consider the triangle ABC, in that tan 60 degree you take. Tan 60 degree equal to what do you take? AB, that is opposite by adjacent, that is BC. You can take like this. Tan 60 is what? Root 3. AB is what? AB you write as it is. BC also you write as it is. Now you separate BC. Why do you need to separate? Here, whenever sides are equal, in order to compare the equations and equate, we can get one of the side there. So because of that, you take this BC, you separate it first. Okay, DE is equal to BC again, right? So that is why BC you need to take it out first. BC is equal to what this is, AB upon root 3. Can I write this? Okay, BC is equal to AB upon root 3. Now, second one, tan, let us call this as equation 1. Okay. Now, tan 45 degree you take. Next one, angle of depression. What is that? Opposite also what? BE it is, right? BE upon BC. Tan 45 is what? 1. 1 is equal to BE upon BC. You take BC this side. What happens? BC is equal to BC into 1 is BC is equal to BE. Okay. Now BC is equal to BE. This BE is what? Can I write this? BE is equal to CD. CD is what? 7 meter or not? Okay. That is why since CD is 7 meter, BE should also be 7 meter. So then BE 7 meter means BC will also be 7 meter. BC is 7 meter now. Okay. Now substituting BC is equal to 7 meter in equation 1. In this you substitute. What do you get? You see, BC is what? 7 meter. 7 meter is equal to AB upon root 3. Okay. You bring this root 3 this side. What happens? You see, AB is equal to 7 root 3 meter you are getting. Right? If you bring this side, multiplication, it becomes root 3 into 7 is 7 root 3. 7 root 3 AB you got. AB we calculated now. Okay. This distance is what? 7 root 3 we found out. And this is 7 already we know. If you want now height of the tower, therefore height of the tower, if you want height of the tower is equal to what do you take? This is AE or not a total? AE, it is correct. Then can I write this AE as AB plus BE? Because this is sum of these two sides. That is AB plus BE. I can write. Right? Now AE is equal to AB is what? 7 root 3 plus BE is what? 7. Okay. This becomes AE is equal to 7 common you take inside root 3 plus 1 it remains, that is meter. So therefore height of the tower is how much? Height of the tower is 7 into the bracket root 3 plus 1 meter. This is the answer. Right. Now first we calculated when angle of depression is given. Next problem it involved only angle of elevation. Next this type of problem it is involving what? Both angle of elevation and angle of depression both. Okay. If you solve one type problems like this, very much simple, it becomes easily you can solve any type of problem which are given based on what? Trigonometry. Okay. Okay. Next, coming to next problem, we'll go ahead with next problem now. Now let us take the next example, that is next problem. What does it say here? From a point on the ground, the angles of elevation of bottom and the top of a transmission tower fixed at the top of a 20 meter high building are 45 degree and 60 degree respectively. Find the height of the tower they are asking. Let us put a diagram for that. First, this is the ground, right? From a point on the ground, let this be point. The angles of elevation of bottom and top of a transmission tower fixed at the top of a 20 meter high building. Means one building is there here. Its height is 20 meter, right? And on the top, here what is fixed? Tower is fixed. Transmission tower it is. Okay. They are 45 degree and what they are saying, respectively they are saying. First what they have mentioned here, bottom and top. Means 45 refers to bottom, 60 refers to top. Means this is 45 degree. From here to here, when you draw, it should look like 45 degree, like that you have to draw the angle. This is 45 degree. And from the same point, its top, it is making an angle of elevation, that is 60 degree. This is 60 degree and this is 45 degree, right? See what they are saying, bottom and top. Bottom is 45, top is 60, means this is 60, this is top. Now let us name the figure A, B, C. Give this name as D. Now you start calculating. Find the height of the tower they are asking. This is 20 meter. This is what height of the building it is. This is tower. What is the height of the tower they are asking? Let this be H. Height of the tower we need to calculate. Right? Now let H be height of the tower, and height of the building is what? It is 20 meter. Height of the building. Building, what is that? dB is equal to 20 meter. Okay, next, height of the tower. Height of the tower. Tower H is equal to what? Now let us take one triangle in that. In triangle ABC, tan 60 degree. Tan 60 you take. What is that opposite? AB upon BC. AB upon BC. This side is the same for both the triangles, so you need to separate this and you have to compare it. Now AB upon BC, tan 60 is what? √3, right? AB is what? AB, can I write this as H plus 20? That is AD plus BD I can write this. AB can be written as AD plus BD or DB. AD plus DB. See, AD plus DB divided by BC. Separate BC this side. BC is equal to AD plus DB divided by √3. What is AD? What is DB? You can substitute. BC is equal to AD means H plus DB means what? 20 meter divided by √3. Let us call this as equation 1. 1 BC we got. Let us go ahead with the next BC now. You have to find that also, right? That is in triangle. BCD you take. BCD. What is that? Tan 45 degree. Tan 45 is equal to opposite. That is DB upon BC. Tan 45 means 1. It is 1. DB means 20. It is divided by BC. From the figure you see DB is the height of the building, that is 20 meter. That is why BC you bring this side. BC equal to 20 you are getting. 20 meter. BC is 20 meter. Now this BC, let us substitute the value of BC in equation 1. Substituting BC is equal to 20 meter in equation 1. In equation 1, what do we get? BC, what is that equation 1? BC means it is 20 meter is equal to H plus 20 divided by √3. You separate this, you bring this side √3. This becomes 20 √3 is equal to H plus 20. You separate this again, H you separate. What this becomes? 20 you bring this side. 20 root 3 minus 20 is equal to h you got. Now h is equal to 20 root 3 minus 20, right? H is equal to, one step extra I am writing in order to not to lead you towards confusion. So 20 you take it common. Inside the bracket what remains? Root 3 minus 1. So what is the height of the building? Not building. What is the height of that transmission tower? That is h is 20 root into the bracket root 3 minus 1 meter. Therefore, height of the transmission tower. Height of the transmission tower. Transmission tower. Tower is 20 root 3 minus 1 meter. Finished. This is next solution. This is the next type question. Okay, when it is asked like this, height of the transmission tower we are finding. Only this much part we found out, right? Next we will go ahead with next problem. Okay, now take next problem. The angle of elevation of the top of a building from the foot of the tower is 30 degree, and the angle of elevation of top of the tower from the foot of the building is 60 degree. If the tower is 50 meter high, find the height of the building they are asking. Let us represent that problem through diagram. What to do here? This is ground. Here this is building. This is tower. Tower should be a little taller. That is why I have drawn it little longer line. What they are saying, the angle of elevation of the top of a building from the foot of the tower. This is foot of the tower. This is top of the building. So here this angle of elevation is how much? It is 30 degree. They are saying this as a 30 degree. Next, and top of the tower from the foot of the building. This is foot of the building, right? From this top is this. This is 60 degree they are saying. Okay. This is 60 degree. If the tower is 50 meter high, means we have taken this as building, right? This is building and this is tower. What they are saying, if the tower is 50 meter high, tower's height they have given. This is 50 meter. Height of the tower they have given. We need to calculate height of the building. Let this be h. Name the figure. A, B, C, D. Now you take what is given? Height of the building. No, height of the tower they have given. Height of the tower. Tower is how much? 50 meter. 50 meter. Before writing that one, what is that? AB. AB is equal to 50 meter. We'll show, right? Next, coming to what is height of the building they are asking. Height of the building. So building, that is DC is equal to H is equal to what they are asking. Now in triangle, what is this? ABC. You have to write this. What? Let DC denote the height of the building and AB denote height of the tower. You must mention that all. Okay, that is general one. I am not writing. You can write that. See, in triangle ABC, you take, here I will take tan 60 degree. In triangle ABC, tan 60 you take. That is opposite. That is AB. Adjacent is BC. Now one more thing I am telling you. Here since it is common, you have to separate first BC in both the triangles, so that you can compare and you can get one of the side there. Now what is this? Tan 60 is root 3 is equal to AB. AB is what? 50 meter divided by BC. Separate BC now. BC you bring this side. This implies BC is equal to 50 by root 3. Okay. BC you got now. Next you take another triangle. In triangle, what? BCD. BCD. What do you take? Tan 30 degree. Tan 30 it is. What they have given? This is 30 degree. Okay. So tan 30 is equal to opposite, that is BC upon BC. BC. Tan 30 is what? 1 by root 3 is equal to DC is what? DC is H it is. Okay. H. BC, that is just a BC. You separate this side. BC you bring to the left side. You take this to other side. Means this becomes a H root 3. Okay. Cross multiplication. So now BC is equal to this. Here let us call this as equation 1. This as equation 2. Okay. Now comparing equation 1 and 2. Just you compare the equations both. Equation 1 and 2. What do we get? You see. Here I'll show. Right side. H root 3. Okay. Okay. H root 3 is equal to, and one more what it has from BC? 50 by root 3, right? 50 by root 3. You take it to the other side. H equal to 50. This root 3, if you bring this side, root 3 into root 3, root gets cancelled. What remains? 3 remains, right? So H equal to 50 by root 3 means if you cancel this, how much do we get? 50, 3 ones are 3, 2 remains 20, 3 6 are, okay, 16 integer, okay, 3 6 are 18, 20 minus 18 is 2, 2 remains, that is 2, down denominator is 3. You can write it like this, or if you still further cancellation if you do up to the decimal points, H is equal to, this comes 20, again 6 are, means 16.66 it continues. So H is equal to 17 also you can take by rounding up of that number there. 17 meter also you can take if it is required. Means if they ask you to round off and write the answer, you can do that, otherwise you can stop here. So this is the answer for this.